Hello students, welcome to Management Accounting class. Today we are going to start the problems on funds flow statement. Okay, we are going to begin with the preparation of schedule of changes in working capital. This is the problem number 1. First I will read the problem. The comparative statement of assets and liabilities as on 31st March are as given below. Okay, so this is the statements of assets and liabilities for the year 2018 and 2019. In equity and liability side we have shareholders fund, then we have non-current liabilities, current liabilities. The total equity and liabilities for the year 2018 is 12,92,000 and 2019 it is 12,12,000. In the asset side we have non-current assets and current assets. The total of the total assets are 12,92,000 and 12,12,000. Okay, and these are the notes to accounts. Note 1 is share capital, note 2 is reserves and surplus, note 3 long term borrowings, note 4 trade payables, note 5 short term provisions. Okay, note 6 tangible assets, note 7 inventories, then note 8 is trade receivables, in that sundry debtors and bills receivable, note 9 is cash and cash equivalents. Okay, so this is the problem given. With the help of this we need to find out the increase or decrease in working capital, and for that we need to prepare what? Schedule of changes in working capital. Okay, so after the problem write in the next line write solution, schedule of changes in working capital, and draw this statement for at least one page, and this is the format. Okay, in first column you will be writing particulars, second column is previous year. Now here the year is 2018. Okay, so year is 2018 and current year is 2019. Okay, current year is 2019. Next last column is effects on working capital. The change in amounts, whatever changes in the amount, what is the effects on working capital, whether working capital is increases or decreases, that will appear in this column, increase or decrease column. Okay, so first write here current assets. Okay, now check which all current assets are given in the problem. Asset side. Okay, this is the list of current assets. First one is inventories. The details of inventories we can find in note number 7. Okay, see here. In inventories we have stock. Okay, what is the amount of stock for the year 2018? It is how much? 2,80,000. Okay, so we will be writing here 2,80,000. Next, what about for 2019? It is 2,44,000. 2,44,000. Okay, now there is increase or decrease in stock. There is decrease in the amount of stock. How much decrease in the amount of stock? 36,000. Then what is the effects on working capital if there is increase in stock? Now decrease in stock. Decrease in stock means decrease in current asset, and if it is decrease in current asset, the effect on working capital is working capital also decreases. Okay, so here in decrease column write okay, it will come here decrease column. How much amount is decreased? 36,000. Okay, so write here 36,000. Understood? Now next one is in inventories we have only one item. The next current asset we need to check now. Next one is trade receivable. Okay, and details of trade receivable we can find in note number 8. So see here, in trade receivable we have two items. First one is sundry debtors. The amount of sundry debtors for the year 2018 is 1,28,000. Okay, so right here 1,28,000, and for the year 2019 it is 96,000. Again there is a decrease in current assets, that is decrease in sundry debtors leads to decrease in current asset, and decrease in current assets, the effect on working capital is working capital also decreases. Okay, so the amount will come in which column? In decrease column. So how much decrease in working capital? It will be 32,000. Because of decrease in trade current asset, working capital also decreases by 32,000. Okay, next item in the trade receivables is bills receivable. Okay, see here, bills receivable, the amount of bills receivable is 92,000 and 68,000. Okay, so here 92,000 and 68,000. 68,000. Okay, now there is again decrease in current assets, so the amount will come in decrease column. So how much decrease in bills receivable? 92,000 minus 68,000, it is 24,000. Okay, decrease in bills receivable how much? 24,000. Now next item is the next current asset. We can check it in balance sheet. It is cash and cash equivalents. The details of cash and cash equivalents will be available in note number 9. We have one item here, that is cash in hand. The amount of it is cash at bank only. Here correction. Okay, the amount of cash at bank for the year 2018 is 1,60,000. Okay, 1,60,000, and for the year 2019 it is 1,88,000. 1,88,000. Okay, again there is increase in the amount of current asset. Now here in case of cash and cash equivalent, there is increase in the amount of current asset. Okay, not decrease, it is increase in the amount of current asset, and increase in amount of current assets, the effect on working capital is working capital also increases. Okay, so how much there is increase in working capital? One cash at bank in the year 2018 it was 1,60,000. In 2019 it has become 1,88,000. Hence there is increase in cash in hand rupees 28,000, and because of increase in cash in hand, the effects on working capital will be working capital also increases by 28,000. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, now next one, like we don't have any other current assets over here, we had only 3 current assets. See here, inventories, trade receivable, cash and cash equivalents. All three assets we have taken here, and their differences also we have written, like what is the change in the current assets leads on working capital, or what is the effects on working capital, that we have written here. Now next one is current liabilities. Now check the list of current liabilities given in the problem. We have two current liabilities. First one is trade payables and second one is short term provisions. Details of trade payables and short term provisions we can find in note number 4 and 5. Okay, so note number 4 includes trade payables, that is sundry creditors and bills payable. Okay, so first write the amount of sundry creditors. Okay, before that, before we write the amount of current liabilities, we need to make the total of current assets for the year 2018 and 2019. Okay, so the total will be 2,80,000 plus 1,28,000 plus 92,000 plus 1,60,000. So the total is 6,60,000. Okay, and for the year 2019 it is 2,44,000 plus 96,000 plus 68,000 plus 1,88,000. It is 5,96,000. Okay, 5,96,000. And now we have to write the amount for current liabilities and their effects on working capital. Okay, the first current liabilities is trade payables. The details of trade payables are available in note 4. First one is sundry creditors. The amount of sundry creditors for the year 2018 is 40,000 and for the year 2019 it is 44,000. There is increase in sundry creditors. How much? 4,000. So increase in current liabilities leads to decrease in working capital, because when current liability increases, there will be increase in the amount of payment. Okay, so therefore working capital decreases. How much decreases working capital? 44,000 minus 4,000. So there is a decrease in working capital by 4,000. Okay, working capital decreases by 4,000. So in decrease column write 4,000. Okay, now next, the next current liabilities is bills payable. The amount of bills payable for the year 2018, again it is 40,000, and for the year 2019 it is remains same. There is no increase or decrease in the amount of bills payable. Okay, so there is no increase in the amount of current liabilities, so there is no effect on working capital. Okay, so there is no increase in working capital as well as decrease in working capital. Okay, so we have to put a dash over here. Okay, now next current liabilities is short term provisions. In short term provisions we have provision for taxation and proposed dividend. Okay, now we have already discussed this point regarding provision for dividend and provision for taxation. If you treat provision for taxation and dividend as current liability, it will come in schedule of changes in working capital and no further treatment is required. Okay, so only this point you keep in mind, because now we are following 2013 Companies Act while preparing the financial statement, and as per this statement we have to treat provision for taxation and proposed dividend as current liability itself. Okay, so it will come in schedule of changes in working capital, because if you don't take it in schedule of changes in working capital, the first effect will be in funds from operation and second effect will be in fund flow statement. Okay, so as per rule it is not allowed. Only earlier that provision was there. Okay, so provision for taxation 2018 it is 10,800 and 2019 it is 11,400. Okay, so again there is an increase in the liabilities. So increase in the liabilities leads to decrease in working capital. Okay, working capital is capital decreases if there is an increase in current liabilities. So in decrease column we can write how much decrease in current liabilities, that is decrease in provision for taxation 600. 10,800 minus 11,400, it is 600. Okay, next one, provision for amount of provision for taxation is 10,800. And proposed dividend, it is 96,000. Proposed dividend how much? 96,000. Okay, and for the year 2019 it is how much? 72,000. So now there is a decrease in decrease in current liability, and decrease in current liability effects on working capital is working capital increases. Okay, so how much increase in working capital? 24,000. So here in decrease column put a dash. Okay, so we have only these two current liabilities, trade payables and short term provisions. Okay, now we can make the total of current liabilities. Okay, so total will be 40,000 plus 80,000 plus 96,000 plus 10,000, it is 1,86,800. 1,86,800. Okay, and 2019 it is 1,67,400. 1,67,400. Okay, now we have calculated the amount of current assets as well as amount of working current liabilities. So next we can find out the amount of working capital. The formula of working capital is current assets minus current liabilities. The amount of current assets is 6,60,000, whereas current liabilities are 1,86,800. So 6,60,000 minus 1,86,800, the balance will be 4,73,200. 4,73,200. Okay, and here 5,96,000 minus 1,67,400 is equal to 4,28,000. 4,28,600. Okay, 4,28,600. Now make the total of increase column. Okay, in increase column we have 28,000 and 24,000. So 28,000 plus 24,000 is equal to how much? 44,000. Okay, 42,000. 28 plus 24, so 52,000. It is 52,000. Okay, next now we have to find out the total of decrease column. 36,000 plus 32,000 plus 24,000 plus 4,000. Okay, plus 600. Okay, so the total is 4,000. 96,600. Okay, the total is 96,600. So in increase column write 96,600. Okay, now we need to find out whether there is an increase in working capital or decrease in working capital. The amount of working capital for the year 2018 is 4,73,200, whereas 2019 it is 4,28,600. Okay, so there is a decrease in working capital. So how much decrease in working capital? 4,73,200 minus 4,28,600 is equal to 44,600. Okay, so there is decrease in working capital in the year 2019. How much decrease in working capital? 44,600. Okay, here you will write the balancing figure 46,600. Okay, and here put a dash. Now make the total 4,73,000. Here is the total 4,73,200, and here total is 4,73,200. Now this total we have taken here the balancing figure, decrease in working capital 44,600 is added to the working capital of 2019. So total is 4,73,200. Okay, and here the same 96,600 and here 96,600. Okay, I hope you understood how to calculate the working capital. Okay, so as we discussed in the rule of working capital, so any information outside the balance sheet will not appear in the schedule of changes in working capital. Okay, so first we have to take current assets, their amount of previous year and current year, and then what is the change that we have to find out, whether it is increase or decrease. If there is an increase in current assets, the effect on working capital will be increase in working capital. If there is a decrease in current assets, the effect on working capital will be decrease in working capital. So in that particular column you have to write the effects of changes in current asset, then you have to make the total of current assets. After that write down all the current liabilities as we have done for the current assets with their amount, and if there is a decrease in current liability, amount of working capital increases, and if there is increase in current liability, amount of working capital will be decreases. Okay, then make the total of current liabilities. Then we need to find out what working capital. How we can find out working capital? Take the total of current assets, from the current asset deduct current liabilities, balance will be working capital. Okay, so next step we have to find out whether there is an increase in working capital or decrease in working capital. Okay, now here in this problem there is a decrease in working capital. How much working capital is decreased? Okay, decrease in working capital, and this is the balancing figure of schedule of changes in working capital, which will appear in the schedule of changes in working capital. Okay, so this is the balancing figure, it will appear in the schedule of changes in working capital. Okay, and then last we have to make the total of all four columns. I hope you understood the calculation of working capital. In the next class we will be solving one more problem on working capital, and then we'll go for calculation of funds from operations. Okay, and preparation of funds flow statement. Thank you.